Welcome, my fellow mystery enthusiasts, to another episode of Terrifying Tales. We're diving into true crime stories from the darkest corners. Brace yourself for a terrifying journey to a town living in fear due to a sinister event. Remember, truth is often stranger and more terrifying than fiction. Let's dive into this bone-chilling tale. Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when you hear a tale so dark it feels as if the night itself has swallowed you whole? There's a curious fascination that we humans have, a fascination with the macabre, the eerie, the unknown. It draws us in, captures us, and we find ourselves unable to look away. It's this fascination we're delving into today as we explore the chilling tale of a crime that sent shivers down the spine of a quiet, unsuspecting town. Picture it. A place where everybody knows everybody, where life is simple and peaceful. The kind of town where the old church bell rings out every Sunday morning, calling its residents to worship, and children play freely in the streets, their laughter echoing through the air. But beneath this serene surface, something sinister has happened, a chilling crime that has left the entire town on edge. A well-liked member of the community, someone who was greeted with warm smiles and friendly nods, was found lifeless in their home. The cause of death unknown, the circumstances shrouded in mystery. The news of the crime spread like wildfire, painting frowns on the faces that were once filled with cheer. The once bustling streets turned silent as the residents locked their doors and peered out from behind their curtains. The children's laughter replaced with whispers of fear. The local police, usually tasked with trivial matters like parking violations and noise complaints, are now faced with a daunting task. A murder investigation, the town's first. The air is thick with tension, the whispers in the dark growing louder with every passing night. The people are on edge, their minds filled with questions, and the most pressing one of them all: who could have committed such a heinous act? The investigation has just begun. The town is filled with fear, and the question on everyone's lips: who could have committed such a heinous act? Each sunrise brings with it a horrific chill, the unsolved murder casting a grotesque, monstrous, midnight spectre over the once peaceful village. The once serene haven now serves as the heart of an unspeakable terror. A bone-chilling silence so profound it could freeze the blood engulfs the surroundings. The once gentle countryside melodies have been usurped by a terrifying quiet, the barely audible whispers of the wind providing the only semblance of life. The soft, ceaseless murmur of the pre-dawn gust now sounds more like a death knell, a grim soundtrack to the unfolding horror show. The wind, once a soothing companion, now carries tales of an unspeakable atrocity, a relentless reminder of the endless nightmare. On the scene, veteran crime investigators, their faces etched with the grim spectre of countless unsolved cases, arrive like harbingers of doom. Their seasoned determination, seemingly unbreakable resilience, and a creeping, unsettling doubt etched on their visages. Each scar a ghastly reminder of justice denied. Their deliberate movements, perfected by years of service, seem like a dance macabre in the eerie stillness. The absence of leads, the lack of discernible trails, only adds to their malaise. They find themselves staring at a seemingly inscrutable enigma, each piece more elusive and confounding than the last. Yet their resolve remains steadfast. Every possible shred of evidence is obsessively collected, their gloved hands picking through the scene with an unsettling intensity. The glaring absence of leads, rather than discouraging them, only seems to stoke their determination, like a cruel, tormenting challenge they must overcome. This gruesome gauntlet, an enigmatic labyrinth that seemingly mocks their efforts, their fortitude at every turn. Their relentless pursuit, undying belief in justice, reflected in each measured movement. The pursuit for clues extends beyond the crime scene, casting a wider, more chilling net. The victims' grieving kin are questioned, their heartbreaking responses adding layers to the already complex mystery. Their comprehensive efforts, a creeping, insidious terror takes hold of the town. The killer casts a deadly, ghostly shadow over the terrified community. The town's inhabitants, their lives abruptly derailed by the heinous crime, await in paralyzing fear. The once bustling streets now stand ghostly and deserted, their joyful laughter replaced by a silence that is as deafening as it is terrifying. However, despite the terror and growing uncertainty, the investigation marches on. The unwavering team of bolstered by their expertise, commitment and a unified sense of duty persist in their pursuit of the elusive killer. Their goal is clear: to bring the offender to justice and restore a semblance of safety to the terror-stricken community. As the sun sinks beneath the horizon, it casts long, spectral shadows that echo the palpable fear. The crushing darkness of uncertainty smothers the town, snuffing out any remaining life from the once vibrant community. The investigation has hit a spine-chilling roadblock, a seemingly insurmountable. In the throes of despair, a glimmer of hope emerges like a ghostly spectre. The lingering air, laden with the heaviness of dread and devastation, is suddenly pierced by an unexpected revelation, turning the investigation on its head. The days are shrouded in a cloak of uncertainty and apprehension, and the nights are haunted by nameless terrors. Yet, amidst this desolation, the dimmest glimmer of hope begins to illuminate the cloak of gloom, casting an otherworldly light into the abyss that the investigators have been plunged into. Suddenly they uncover a cryptic letter. This isn't just a mere parchment inked with words. It is an enigma wrapped in a riddle, a potential beacon amidst the tempest of uncertainty. It could hold the key to unmasking the identity of the unseen predator lurking in the shadows, a spectral figure whose face is yet to be unveiled. The investigators, drained from the relentless pursuit of truth, find renewed vigor. Their spirits, threadbare from the burden of the unsolved mystery, are invigorated. They begin to dissect newfound clue with an intensity that is both fierce and unyielding. Each word, each sentence, each punctuation mark undergoes intense scrutiny. The letter is treated like a labyrinthine code, the solution to which could potentially lay the mystery bare. The words seem eerie and bone-chilling, the hidden meanings within enough to send a cold shiver down even the most hardened detective's spine. The room is heavy with a sense of foreboding, the silence only by the rustling of paper and the relentless ticking of the clock, a grim reminder of the inevitable passage of time. And then, like a spectre manifesting from the shadows, clarity strikes. A name appears, a suspicion forms, and slowly a suspect emerges from the cryptic words. Behind the veneer of normalcy lurks a potential beast, a person who might be a carrier of a secret so sinister it could make one's blood run cold. The law enforcement officials, pounding hearts and bated breath, apprehend the suspect. The silence is broken only by the suspect's stoic silence, his face void of any discernible emotion. But is this the true predator, or is the actual monster still free, lurking in the shadows? Only the future holds the answer. The whispers in the dark persist, their spectral voices echoing through the silence, foretelling more spine-chilling twists in this tale of horror. In the dimly lit interrogation room, the suspect squirms uncomfortably under the high-voltage gaze of the investigators, who are on the edge of uncovering the sinister truth. The room is filled with an ominous air of dread, a deafening silence broken only by the hum of the flickering fluorescent lights precariously from the ceiling. The suspect, a usually nondescript entity, now finds himself under the relentless scrutiny of hardened detectives, their years of unearthing ghastly truths mirrored in their predatory gaze. Their minds, razor-sharp and ready, are braced to dissect the tale that is about to unravel. The suspect spins a tale of innocence, each word dripping with desperation, each sentence a futile attempt at denial. The woven narrative aims to paint a picture of guiltlessness, an illusion of an individual so far removed from the crime in question. Yet hidden behind the suspect's eyes, a hint of fear flickers, suggesting a gory narrative buried under layers of dark secrets and lies. Against this backdrop, investigators sit in a chilling silence, their ears tuned to catch every fluctuation in the suspect's voice. Their quiet patience, honed by countless grueling interrogations, is waiting to strike, capable of unmasking countless tales. They've sifted through narratives submerged in painful truths, while others were laced with the intoxicating deceit. This vast experience has trained them to detect the rhythm of the deceit and pick up the subtle signs of the truth. As the suspect's narrative unfolds, it's like a haunting symphony echoing in their minds, a symphony of doubt that is orchestrated by the baton of suspicion. The room morphs into a stage, where the suspect's words play actors. But it appears the script is missing critical cues. The evidence gathered tells a more sinister story, contradicting the narrative, word for word. The evidence indicates a terrifying act committed in the hushed silence of the night, a gentle rustle in the shadows escalating into a blood-curdling scream. The puzzle pieces start fitting together, revealing a gruesome picture that the suspect vehemently denies. The face-off with the truth looms ominously close, teetering on the brink of exposure. Suddenly, the unexpected shatters the calm. The already dim lights flicker, stutter, and then out, plunging the room into an abyss of darkness. The once subtle tension now becomes a palpable entity, filling the pitch-black room. A gasp, a shuffle, the scrape of a chair on the harsh floor. The only sounds brave enough to break the enveloping silence. The darkness becomes all-consuming, a cloak of fear that engulfs the room. From the depths of this darkness emerges a whisper. A voice, icy in its calmness, echoes off the walls, sounding imbued with audacity, a challenge that oozes defiance, a promise heavy with dread. The game has just begun. These words linger in the air like a foreboding spectre behind more questions than answers. As the darkness swallows the room, so does the mystery deepen, leaving everyone in a state of terrified anticipation of what the next whisper in the dark might bring. As the lights flicker back to life, the detectives seize the moment. The truth, they say, is stranger than fiction, and in this case it couldn't be more accurate, the voiceover declares. The suspect's face, once a mask of innocence, is now a canvas of fear, the shadows dancing across his features reflecting the turmoil within. The detectives lay out the contradictions in his narrative, each piece of evidence a damning testament to his guilt. The room, a silent witness to countless interrogations, holds its breath as the suspect crumbles under the weight of his lies. A whimper escapes him, a feeble attempt to hold on to the quickly unravelling thread of his fabricated tale. His confession pours out, a torrent of guilt and regret. The chilling motive behind his actions sends shivers down the spine of the most hardened detective. The voiceover continues, in the face of absolute truth, the shadow of deceit dissipates. Each confession, a piece of the puzzle, fits in, painting a picture of a crime that sends chills down our spine. As news of the suspect's confession reaches the town, a collective sigh of relief sweeps through the populace. The whispers in the dark, the spectre of fear that had gripped the town, is finally silenced. The voiceover concludes, and so the whispers in the dark are silenced, but the echoes of this chilling tale will forever haunt the town. The scene ends with the suspect being led away, his face a portrait of defeat and remorse, a stark contrast to the defiant challenge he had issued in the dark. That's it for today's chilling tale, my fellow mystery enthusiasts, the voiceover begins, the tone sombre yet captivating in its eerie calmness. With the suspect's confession, the shadows of fear and uncertainty have been lifted, marking an end to this spine-chilling saga. But remember, the voiceover continues, in the world of mysteries and unsolved crimes, there's always another tale waiting to be unravelled. If you enjoyed this episode of Terrifying Tales, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The screen, once filled with the haunting imagery of the investigation, now displays a button urging viewers to subscribe. Your support helps us delve deeper into the shadows, bringing you the most intriguing stories from the darkest corners of our world. The voiceover adds, the tone now shifting to one of gratitude. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, and don't forget to comment below about your thoughts on this bone-chilling tale. The voiceover concludes, we value your thoughts and opinions. They help us craft better stories, stories that send shivers down your spine, stories that make you question your reality. As these words echo, the screen transitions to a montage of scenes from the video, each more chilling than the last. Stay tuned for more whispers in the dark. Until next time, keep the lights on, the voiceover says, the final words lingering in the silence that follows. The screen fades to black, leaving the viewers in suspense, eagerly waiting for the next thrilling tale.